The authentic self. When you know this core identity, success is yours. Written by Kelvin W. Nathan. Published by Audiobooks Office. Introduction. Welcome to Authentic Self, a profound exploration of the deepest aspects of personal identity and how understanding and embracing your true self can be the key to unlocking a life of success and fulfillment. This book is designed to guide you on a journey of self-discovery, helping you to uncover and connect with your core identity, the authentic self that is often overshadowed by external expectations and societal pressures. With a warm and compelling language, the author invites you into a process of introspection that is both enlightening and transformative. Authentic self is not just about finding out who you are, but about how knowing your true self can lead to a naturally successful life in alignment with your deepest values and aspirations. The book asserts that when you act in harmony with your genuine self, every area of life from personal relationships to professional endeavors flows more smoothly and brings greater rewards. The book begins by describing what it means to know one's authentic self, including the behavioral and philosophical principles that support the idea of authenticity. It explains how self-awareness can be a powerful tool for navigating life's challenges and opportunities, leading to more deliberate and fulfilling choices. Each chapter builds on this foundation, offering practical advice and strategies to peel back the layers of external influences and societal labels that can cloud your true identity. Authentic Self gives you the tools you need to begin this critical examination by telling compelling narratives, using real-world scenarios, and presenting thought-provoking questions. You will learn how to listen more closely to your inner voice, recognize your unique strengths and weaknesses, and understand your passions and fears. The book also addresses common obstacles on the path to self-discovery, such as fear of change or the discomfort of confronting uncomfortable truths about oneself. Authentic Self is an essential manual for anyone who feels stuck or unsatisfied with the direction of their life and is searching for a more authentic, successful existence. It promises not only to change the way you see yourself, but also to enhance the way you live and interact with the world. Get ready to start on this revolutionary path and enjoy the success that comes with genuinely understanding and being your authentic self. Imagine you found the key to a treasure chest, and instead of gold and jewels, it's your authentic self. This isn't just about knowing what you like or dislike, it's about discovering your core identity, the heart and soul of who you are. You're not merely uncovering your truth, but also learning to live in harmony with it. It's an adventure of self-discovery that's more rewarding than any treasure, propelling you towards a life of success. For more information about the ebook version of this audio, visit audiobooksoffice.com. We noticed that 72% of you who listen to our video are not yet subscribed to the channel. Please help support the channel by hitting the subscribe button and liking the video. Thanks for inspiring us to create more content for you. So, are you ready to set out on this exciting journey towards your authentic self? Chapter 1. Understanding your authentic self. You may be wondering, what is my authentic self? And that is an excellent beginning to this fascinating path of self-discovery and personal improvement. Your authentic self is the real you, the person you're deep down, uninfluenced by societal norms, expectations, or judgments. It's the essence of your individuality, your raw and unfiltered core. Gaining an understanding of your authentic self is the first step towards a fulfilling life. It's like getting to know a new friend, but this time, that friend is you. It involves mining through layers of external influence, peeling back who you've been told to be, to discover who you truly are at your core. It's not an overnight process, but a path worth undertaking. You'll need to ask yourself some hard questions, like what makes me happy? What am I passionate about? What are my values? What are my strengths and weaknesses? These questions might seem challenging, but they're essential to getting to know your authentic self. You need to dig deep, past the superficial layers of who you think you should be, to the core of who you are. Chapter 2. Embracing your core identity. After this deep introspection, embracing your core identity becomes the next natural step on your journey towards self-discovery. You've done the hard work of digging deep. Now it's time to accept and celebrate who you're at your very core. This isn't about labeling yourself or fitting into a box. It's about understanding, acknowledging, and valuing your unique essence. Recognize that your core identity is a complex blend of your values, beliefs, passions, strengths, and weaknesses. It's the foundation of your character, your guiding force. It isn't shaped by external influences or societal expectations, but is intrinsically yours. Embrace this identity without fear, judgment, or reservation. You may feel vulnerable at first, but remember, exposing your true self is an act of courage. It's okay to feel uncertain or uncomfortable. It's all part of the process. As you embrace your core identity, you'll begin to feel a sense of liberation and authenticity. You'll realize that there's no greater freedom than living true to yourself. Start by acknowledging your strengths, but don't shy away from your weaknesses either. Both contribute to your uniqueness. Embrace your passions, even if they're unconventional. They're what make you the real you. Hold firm to your values. They're your guiding compass. Chapter 3. Uncovering your true self. Taking apart the layers of society expectations and self-imposed limits reveals the pure essence of your true self, making the trip not only enlightening but also tremendously empowering. You're more than the roles you play in society, more than the titles you've earned, and certainly more than the labels others may place on you. Uncovering your true self is about digging deep, unearthing what lies beneath the surface, and embracing the unique individual you're at your core. It's important to understand that this is no overnight process. It requires introspection, self-examination, and a willingness to challenge long-held beliefs about yourself. However, don't be disheartened. You're capable of undertaking this journey. Consider it a voyage of self-discovery, an ongoing adventure to explore the depths of your personality. A good starting point is to acknowledge your feelings, passions, and values. What stirs your soul? What principles do you stand by? Reflecting on these can offer profound insights into your true self. It's also essential to identify your strengths and weaknesses honestly. This doesn't mean dwelling on your flaws, but rather understanding them and recognizing how they contribute to your uniqueness. Chapter 4. Importance of self-discovery. Often, self-discovery is an underrated yet essential aspect of personal development, playing a pivotal role in shaping your life's journey. It's more than just knowing what you like or dislike. It's about understanding your innate abilities, recognizing your strengths and weaknesses, and identifying patterns in your behavior and thought processes. When you immerse into the journey of self-discovery, you're peeling back layers of personality and character that you've accumulated over the years. It's not always easy. It can be painful to confront parts of yourself you've avoided or never known existed. But it's worthwhile. Self-discovery allows you to make more informed decisions, navigate clear of unfavorable situations, and move towards opportunities that align with your authentic self. Your growth and success are intertwined with self-discovery. The more you understand yourself, the clearer your life's path becomes. You're able to set and achieve goals that resonate with you, not ones imposed by society or other external influences. This paves the way for sustainable success, satisfaction, and fulfillment in all areas of life. So don't underestimate the importance of self-discovery. It's the first step towards an authentic, fulfilling life. It's the key to revealing your potential, understanding your purpose, and steering life with clarity and confidence. Remember, you're your own best resource. Dig deep, embrace the journey, and watch as the world opens up in surprising and rewarding ways. Your journey to the authentic self starts with self-discovery. It's a journey worth taking, and it's one that only you can pursue. You've got this. Chapter 5. Recognizing your values. As you begin this journey of self-discovery, understanding your core values is an essential step that will guide your path towards your authentic self. These values are the compass that directs your behaviors, decisions, and reactions. They're the inherent beliefs that you hold dear, that define who you're at your core. Recognizing your values isn't always easy. They're often buried beneath layers of societal expectations, personal insecurities, and past experiences. But they're there, waiting to be discovered, understood, and embraced. Your values are your truth. They're what make you you. Take a moment to reflect on what truly matters to you. What gets your heart racing with passion, fills you with a sense of purpose, or brings you peace? These could be things like honesty, compassion, creativity, or respect. Don't worry about what others may think. This is your journey, and your values are unique to you. Chapter 6. Identifying your strengths. Just like every unique snowflake, you possess a set of strengths that are entirely your own, shaping your personality, powering your actions, and fueling your achievements. These strengths can be innate or developed over time, often both. They're the tools you use to navigate through life's challenges and the qualities that make you stand out from the crowd. Understanding your strengths is essential for embracing your authentic self. It's about acknowledging what you're good at, where your talents lie, and how you can use these attributes to your advantage. It's not about arrogance or self-importance, but rather about self-awareness and self-respect. To identify your strengths, start by reflecting on past experiences. When have you felt most accomplished? What tasks do you excel at? What comes naturally to you? Write these down and look for patterns. Next, consider feedback from others. Family, friends, colleagues, they often see our strengths clearer than we do. They can provide valuable insights into what we do well. Chapter 7. Exploring your passions. Diving deep into the heart of what truly ignites your spirit and fuels your enthusiasm, it's time to explore the passions that define your authentic self. These passions aren't just hobbies or pastimes, they're the pursuits that fill you with a sense of purpose and joy that make you feel more you. Start by asking yourself what draws you in, captures your interest, and makes time seem to fly by. What sparks a fire in you, even when things get tough? What would you do even if you weren't paid for it because it simply fills you with satisfaction? These questions aren't rhetorical. They require deep contemplation. They're the key to understanding what truly moves you. Some of you might already know your passions, while others may need a little guidance in identifying them. That's okay. It's a journey of self-discovery, not a race. If you're unsure, consider what you loved doing as a child, or think back to a time when you were completely engrossed in an activity. These clues can help you uncover your authentic passions. Remember, your passions are unique to you. They're a part of your identity, and embracing them can lead you towards a fulfilled and successful life. They're not distractions, but rather a compass guiding you towards your true self. So, don't shy away from them. Explore, embrace, and celebrate your passions, because they're an integral part of the authentic you. In the next section, we'll discuss how to align these passions with your true self. Stay tuned. Chapter 8. Aligning with your true self. Now that you've begun to uncover your passions, it's time to align them with your true self, to create a life that's not only fulfilling but also truly authentic. This is an important step towards your journey of self-discovery and self-growth. How can you align with your true self? Start by understanding that your true self is the essence of who you are, independent of societal expectations or roles. It's about being genuine, embracing your uniqueness, and accepting your strengths and weaknesses. Now, consider your passions that you have identified. Reflect on whether these resonate with your true self. Are they things that light you up, give you energy, and make you feel alive? Do they align with your core values and beliefs? If they do, you're on the right track. But if there's a misalignment, don't fret. It's a sign that you need to dig deeper into yourself. It's possible that you've been pursuing things that you think you should be passionate about, rather than what truly ignites your spirit. It's never too late to realign your passions with your true self. Remember, aligning with your true self isn't a one-time event. It's a continuous journey of self-exploration and honesty. It may feel uncomfortable at times, but that's part of the process. You're shedding layers of societal expectations to reveal your authentic self. In this journey, you're not alone. We're here to support and guide you. Remember, when you align with your true self, you create a life that's not just successful, but also fulfilling and authentic. It's your path to a life you'll love. Chapter 9. Building Self-Awareness. Beginning your journey towards self-awareness, you will be digging into the depths of your ideas, feelings, and behaviors, which is a necessary step in unveiling your true self. This path, while often difficult, is a rewarding one that helps you discover your actual nature. The process is similar to peeling an onion layer by layer. You get closer to the center, your true self. Take the time to introspect, reflecting on your beliefs, values, and principles. What motivates you? What frustrates you? What's your strengths and weaknesses? Don't rush this process. It's not a race, but a journey of discovery. Be patient with yourself, and remember, it's okay to feel uncomfortable at times. That's a sign that you're growing. Next, pay attention to your emotions and reactions. They're valuable clues to understanding your authentic self. When you feel a strong reaction, positive or negative, ask yourself why. This isn't about judgment, it's about understanding. Finally, be aware of your behaviors. They're a reflection of your beliefs and emotions. Are your actions aligned with your values? If not, that's a clear sign that you're not living authentically. Building self-awareness is a continuous process, not a one-time event. It requires commitment, honesty, and courage. But the reward is worth every effort, a life lived authentically, in alignment with your core identity. And remember, the better you know yourself, the more successful you'll become. Embrace the journey towards self-awareness, as it's your pathway to authenticity and success. Chapter 10. Overcoming self-doubt. As you journey towards self-awareness and authenticity, it's natural to grapple with self-doubt, a common roadblock that can cloud your perception and hinder progress. It's an inner voice that questions your capabilities, worth, and potentials. Don't worry, it's a universal experience, and you're not alone. Firstly, let's analyze why self-doubt occurs. It often springs from past negative experiences or fear of the unknown. It can creep in when you're about to take a leap, make significant changes, or venture into unfamiliar territory. It acts as a self-imposed barrier, holding you back from reaching your full potential. Keep in mind that self-doubt isn't always detrimental. It can serve as a reality check, ensuring you don't become overly confident or underestimate challenges. However, when it leads to inaction or self-sabotage, it becomes a problem. Now, how do you overcome it? Start by acknowledging it. Ignoring your feelings of self-doubt only gives them more power. Instead, face them, accept them, and then challenge them. Question the validity of your insecurities, and you'll often find they lack a solid foundation. Next, remember past successes. You've accomplished a lot already, haven't you? Use these past victories as a reminder that you're capable. Chapter 11. Cultivating self-confidence. After conquering self-doubt, you're ready to take on the next essential step in your journey towards authenticity, nurturing self-confidence. Like a muscle, self-confidence strengthens with exercise and weakens with neglect. It's not an overnight transformation, but a gradual process of self-discovery and acceptance. Start by recognizing your strengths. What are you good at? What skills or qualities do you possess that make you unique? These are your power points, the foundation of your self-confidence. Acknowledge them, appreciate them, and utilize them. Secondly, set achievable goals. Nothing boosts self-confidence more than achieving goals, no matter how small. It's like collecting evidence of your competence. Start with smaller, realistic tasks and gradually move on to bigger ones. You'll be amazed at how this simple act can amplify your self-belief. Another critical factor in building self-confidence is self-care. It's hard to feel good about yourself if you're abusing your health. Regular cardiovascular activity, a balanced diet, and enough sleep are all necessary for sustaining self-esteem and creating a positive attitude. Lastly, practice self-compassion. We all make mistakes. Instead of berating yourself over failures, learn to accept them as part of the growth process. This acceptance will foster resilience and reinforce your self-confidence. Chapter 12. Honoring your authenticity. With your growing self-confidence as a steady foundation, it's time you honor your authenticity, the core of your individuality and the essence of your existence. Embracing your authentic self acts as a beacon, leading you towards your true potential and purpose. It's not about fitting into society's mold, but about being true to who you are, without apology or pretense. Honoring your authenticity doesn't mean you're perfect. It means acknowledging your strengths and weaknesses, your passions and fears, your successes and failures. It's about understanding that you're a unique blend of qualities and experiences that make you, you. How do you honor your authenticity? Start by acknowledging your feelings without judgment. If you're happy, acknowledge it. If you're sad, acknowledge it. Don't suppress or dismiss your emotions. They're part of who you are. Next, express yourself honestly. Speak your truth, even if it's uncomfortable. Your voice matters and it deserves to be heard. Additionally, respect your boundaries. It's okay to say no. It's okay to take time for yourself. Always keep in mind you cannot pour from an empty cup. Finally, celebrate your uniqueness. There's no one else like you in this world, and that's something truly special. Honoring your authenticity is a lifelong journey. It's not always easy, but it's worth it. When you honor your authenticity, you honor your true self. You become free to embrace your potential, pursue your passions, and live a life that feels true to you. So be brave, be honest, and above all, be you. Chapter 13. Integrating your identities. Exploring the many facets of your identity may seem like an intricate puzzle, but remember, it's about merging them into a harmonious whole that truly represents you. You're not just one thing, but a combination of roles, experiences, and values that make up your core identity. Think of yourself as a mosaic, with each piece contributing to the overall picture. Don't be afraid to embrace the contradictions within you. You can be both an introvert and an extrovert, a leader and a follower, a thinker and a doer. These aren't conflicts. They're complementary parts of your authentic self, and it's important to recognize and integrate them. Be patient with yourself during this process. It's not about forcing pieces together, but allowing them to naturally find their place. Consider how you act in different situations and contexts. Does your behavior vary in a way that feels incongruent? If so, ask yourself why. What's causing you to put on a mask? Reflect on these questions without judgment. The goal isn't to criticize, but to understand and align your identities. As you start integrating your identities, you'll notice a sense of relief and authenticity. You'll feel less like you're juggling different personas and more like you're living as your true self, and that's powerful. It's a journey that leads to success, not just in your career, but also in your relationships and personal well-being. So step boldly into the process of integration. After all, it's your unique identity that makes you you. Chapter 14. Self-reflection exercises. Diving into self-reflection exercises, you'll find they're an incredibly powerful tool to help reveal your authentic self and bring your various identities into alignment. They illuminate the innermost corners of your being, revealing the characteristics, values, and motivations that make you unique. Consider beginning with a simple journaling exercise. Write about your thoughts, emotions, and experiences. What themes emerge? What matters most to you? This process isn't about judging your thoughts or feelings, but rather about acknowledging them. It's a space for honesty, so don't shy away from the uncomfortable. Embrace it. Learn from it. You might also try mindfulness meditation. By focusing on your breath, you become more attuned to your inner world. This increased awareness might assist you in identifying patterns of thinking or behavior that may be limiting your path towards authenticity. Another powerful exercise is the values clarification. List what you value most in life. Is it family, creativity, integrity? Once you've identified these, assess whether your current life aligns with these values. If it doesn't, that's okay. This isn't about self-criticism, but about self-awareness and growth. Lastly, consider seeking feedback from trusted friends or family. They often see aspects of us we can't see ourselves. But remember, while their perspective can be valuable, you're the ultimate authority on your authentic self. These exercises aren't quick fixes. They require time, honesty, and sometimes a little courage. But with persistence, you'll find they're keys to revealing your authentic self and aligning your identities, setting you up for success. Chapter 15. Setting authentic goals. After unearthing your core values through self-reflection, it's now essential to set goals that align with your authentic self, propelling you towards a life of genuine fulfillment and purpose. But how do you set authentic goals? Firstly, you need to identify what matters to you most. Is it family, career, personal growth, health, or perhaps something else? Once you've got a clear idea of what's important to you, it's time to set your goals around these aspects. Let's say personal growth is a priority for you. Your authentic goal might be to read a certain number of books per month, or to attend a personal development seminar. If you value your health, you could want to run a marathon, or simply incorporate more fruits and vegetables into your daily diet. Remember, your goals shouldn't be defined by societal norms or by what others think. They should be a reflection of your values, your passions, and your dreams. The process of setting authentic goals isn't a one-time event. It involves regular check-ins and adjustments as you grow and evolve. It's an ongoing journey of self-discovery and self-improvement. Remember, nobody can tell you what your authentic goals should be, only you can determine them. So take time to explore your heart's desires, and then courageously pursue them. Then embrace the journey, and remember, when you know your core identity and set goals in alignment with it, you set yourself up for a life of success and fulfillment. Chapter 16. Authenticity in relationships. Now that you're setting authentic goals, it's important to ponder how authenticity plays a role in your relationships. They're not only about connecting with others, but also about staying true to your own self. Understanding this can be the key to accessing truly fulfilling interactions. Take a moment to reflect on your relationships. Do they align with who you truly are? If you've been masking your true self, it's time to shed that disguise. It's understandable, though. Society often pressures us to conform, to fit in. But always remember that there's immense power in your authenticity. Being authentic in relationships means being open about your feelings, thoughts, and experiences. It's about showing up as you, celebrating your uniqueness, and not being afraid to be vulnerable. It's about embracing your quirks, your passions, your flaws. But understand, it's a process. It's not about suddenly changing who you are, but slowly evolving into the best version of yourself. And sometimes it's about letting go. Two relationships that don't serve your authentic self may need to be reevaluated. Don't be disheartened, though. As you journey towards authenticity, you'll attract relationships that appreciate and honor your true self. And those relationships, they're the ones that truly matter. They're the ones that will empower you, uplift you, inspire you. Chapter 17. Authentic Communication Skills. In your quest for authenticity, mastering authentic communication skills is a powerful stride forward, enabling you to articulate your true self with clarity, courage, and conviction. You see, communication isn't just about talking, it's about connecting with others on a deeper level, expressing your thoughts, feelings, and experiences genuinely. To start, become self-aware. Analyze how you typically communicate and ask yourself if your words truly reflect your innermost thoughts and feelings. Next, endeavor to be honest, because authenticity thrives on truth. Don't be afraid to voice your opinions and ideas, even if they're unconventional or unpopular. It's okay to be different. That's what makes you you. Additionally, be empathetic in your communication. Try to understand other people's perspectives before responding. This shows respect for their experiences and values, strengthening your relationships. However, remember that authentic communication doesn't mean being brutally honest. It's about tactfully conveying your thoughts without hurting others. Practice being assertive, not aggressive. Moreover, listen actively. True communication is a two-way street. It's as much about listening as it's about talking. Show genuine interest in what others have to say, and respond thoughtfully. Chapter 18. Authentic Self-Care Practices. Just as you've mastered authentic communication, it's equally important to embrace self-care practices that truly resonate with your needs and values. You see, self-care isn't just about spa days and indulgent treats. It's about taking care of yourself in a way that aligns with your authentic self. This means prioritizing activities that genuinely make you feel good, nurtured, and fulfilled, rather than what you think you're supposed to do. Start by listening to your body and mind. What do they need right now? Is it rest, nourishment, movement, connection, creativity, or perhaps solitude? You get to define what self-care looks like for you. It might be as simple as taking a quiet walk in nature, practicing mindful meditation, or dedicating time to a hobby you love. Chapter 19. Authentic Leadership Qualities. Embracing authenticity in your leadership style isn't just about being true to yourself. It's about inspiring those around you to reach their full potential. It's about fostering a culture of transparency, trust, and mutual respect. But how can you cultivate such authenticity in your leadership role? Let's explore it. First, understand that authentic leadership requires self-awareness. It's about knowing, accepting, and expressing your true self. This involves recognizing your strengths, weaknesses, passions, and values, and aligning them with your actions. It's about being willing to demonstrate vulnerability, acknowledging mistakes, and accepting responsibility for your actions. Second, you've got to practice integrity. This means standing up for what's right, even if it's unpopular. Your team needs to see you making ethical decisions consistently to trust your leadership. Third, authentic leaders are genuinely relational. They value relationships, connect on a deep level, and show empathy towards their team members. They actively listen, respect different points of view, and create a secure space in which everyone feels valued and heard. Lastly, you need to be purpose-driven, not ego-driven. You should be motivated more by the collective success of your team than by personal gain. When your team sees that you're genuinely invested in their growth and success, they'll feel inspired to give their best. Genuine leadership is a journey, not a destination. It requires consistent effort, self-reflection, and a commitment to personal growth. But the payoff: increased trust, stronger relationships, and a more engaged team is well worth it. So start today. Be the authentic leader you're capable of being, and watch your team flourish. Chapter 20. Living authentically every day. While embodying authenticity in leadership is powerful, It's equally important to live out this authenticity in your daily life. It's not just a switch to flip when you step into your office or a meeting room. It's a lifestyle that permeates every aspect of your existence. Living authentically every day means being true to yourself in every situation. It's about being consistent in your words and actions, regardless of who you're interacting with or what circumstances you're dealing with. This isn't always easy, but it's immensely rewarding. To truly live authentically, you need to understand and embrace your core values. These are the principles of morality that shape your conduct and assist you in making decisions that are consistent with your genuine self. They're not what you wish you were, but who you actually are. Take time to identify these values and let them guide your actions. You also need to practice self-awareness. This means recognizing your emotions, strengths, weaknesses, and triggers. It's about understanding why you react the way you do and learning to manage your responses in a way that reflects your authentic self. Lastly, be true to your passions. What makes your heart sing? What gives you energy? Pursue these things passionately. Authenticity isn't about conforming to others' expectations, but living according to your own. Chapter 21. Authenticity in Decision-Making. In the domain of decision-making, your authenticity plays a pivotal role, guiding you towards choices that resonate deeply with your true self. It's not about the right or wrong decision. It's about the decision that aligns with who you truly are. It's about making choices that reflect your core values, passions, and aspirations. When you're authentic, you're in tune with your inner compass. You recognize what feels truthful to you, and you're not swayed by external influences or societal pressures. Your decisions become less about what should be done and more about what you sincerely want to do. However, it's not always easy. You may face situations where your authentic choice isn't the popular or convenient one. It could be a tough job switch, a difficult conversation, or even a simple daily task. But remember, it's these testing times that define your authenticity. The trick is to pause, ponder, and question yourself. Does this decision feel genuine to me? Does it harmonize with my values? If the answer is yes, then that's your authentic decision. If it's no, then it's time to reassess your choices. Authenticity in decision-making is a journey, not a destination. You'll make mistakes, and that's okay. They're stepping stones to your authentic self. Embrace them, learn from them, and keep going. Remember, every decision you make shapes your life. So make sure these decisions are truly yours, because when they are, you'll not just be successful, you'll be authentically successful. Chapter 22. Nurturing your inner child. Often it's in nurturing your inner child that you discover the most authentic version of yourself. This isn't about starting or undertaking childish. Instead, it's about reconnecting with the purest, most genuine aspects of your being that often get suppressed or ignored as you grow older. Your inner child is that part of you that's curious, spontaneous, and creative. It's the part that isn't afraid to dream big, to explore, and to express emotions freely. It's full of wonder, innocence, and a sense of adventure. It's who you were before the world told you who you should be. Now, how do you nurture this inner child? Start by giving yourself permission to play. Set aside time in your schedule for activities that bring you joy, spark your creativity, and make you lose track of time. This might be painting, dancing, hiking, or even building sandcastles. Anything that stirs your spirit and makes you feel alive. Next, practice self-compassion. Don't berate yourself for making mistakes or not being perfect. Instead, treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you'd show a child. This helps in healing any wounds your inner child may have and encourages it to come out and play. In nurturing your inner child, you're not only reconnecting with your authentic self, but you're also paving the way towards a happier, more fulfilled life. It's a journey of self-discovery and self-love, and it's one that's well worth setting out on. Chapter 23. Embracing imperfections. Embracing your imperfections is a liberating step towards unearthing your authentic self, a journey that requires courage, acceptance, and a fresh perspective on what makes you uniquely you. It's about recognizing and acknowledging that you're not perfect, and that's perfectly okay. In fact, it's more than okay, it's what makes you human, relatable, and real. Remember, there's no one else in the world exactly like you with your set of strengths, weaknesses, quirks, and experiences. Each of these elements shapes you into the unique individual you are. Your imperfections aren't flaws, they're facets of your personality that make you stand out from the crowd. But how do you embrace these imperfections? Start by acknowledging them. Don't shy away from them or try to hide them. Accept them as part of who you are, but don't let them define you. Remember, you're not your mistakes or your weaknesses. You're so much more. Next, learn from them. Your imperfections are opportunities for growth. They push you out of your comfort zone, challenge you, and urge you to improve. They're not roadblocks, they're stepping stones towards becoming the best version of yourself. Chapter 24. Authenticity and Success. While exploring your imperfections, you may wonder, how does authenticity tie into success? Let's investigate this crucial question, aiming for clear understanding and insight. Authenticity isn't just about being true to yourself. It's also about aligning your actions with your beliefs and values. When you act authentically, you're not just expressing your true self, you're also creating a life that reflects who you truly are. This alignment promotes a sense of fulfillment and happiness, both of which are essential components of success. You see, success isn't just about achieving certain goals or ticking items off a checklist. It's about feeling content, fulfilled, and at peace with yourself. And authenticity plays a huge role in this. When you're authentic, you make decisions that are in line with your true self, not what others expect of you. This path may be harder, it may require more work, but it leads to a success that's deeply meaningful and satisfying. Moreover, authenticity breeds trust and respect, both in personal life and in work settings. People gravitate towards those who are genuine and transparent. This connection can open doors, create opportunities, and fuel your journey to success. Chapter 25. Sustaining your authentic self. Maintaining your authentic self isn't just about self-discovery. It's also a continuous journey of self-growth, requiring consistent effort and conscious choices. It's not a one-time job, it's an ongoing process that demands your daily attention and commitment. However, don't be overwhelmed. Remember, it's your journey, and you set the pace. To sustain your authenticity, it's important to remain true to your core identity. This means persistently aligning your actions, thoughts, and words with your true self, even when faced with the pressures of conforming to societal norms. It's about resisting the temptation to wear masks or hide behind facades that may seem more appealing or acceptable to others. Remember, success lies in authenticity, not in imitation or pretense. Consistently reflecting on your experiences, emotions, and reactions can also help reinforce your authentic self. This self-reflection empowers you with self-awareness, helping you understand your motivations, strengths, weaknesses, and values better. It also enables you to make conscious choices that align with your true self, thus nurturing your authenticity. In the face of adversity or failure, don't let self-doubt or fear of judgment undermine your authenticity. Instead, embrace these challenges as opportunities to grow and learn. Show courage and resilience, even when it means standing alone. Remember, your authenticity is your strength, your guiding light. To sum up, realizing your authentic self isn't a coincidence, it's a journey of self-discovery and acceptance. You're uniquely you, with strengths, weaknesses, and values that define your core identity. Embrace your imperfections, nurture your inner child, and align with your true self. Authenticity paves the way to success. Stay true to yourself, sustain your authenticity, and you'll find not just success, but deep-seated fulfillment in every aspect of life. You're on your way. Thanks for listening to or reading this from Audiobook's office.